Good morning. We're going to call it a marvelous Monday today. Well, at least I am. That's the focus I'm going to have today. I wanted to drop in before I head back to work. Been out the last week. And I tell you, it's a different feeling when you know that you have to go to work after you've been out for a few days. I mean, for me, a little over a week. And so one of the things that I wanted to focus on this morning is focus, like literally staying focused, remaining focused on the goal. And for me, my goal is to touch every life. So every life that I come in contact with, I have a goal each day to touch them with a positive. It's starting with myself. So hopefully each time I come on, I'm going to speak to the importance of, kind of getting to a place of love for yourself. Love for myself in the morning starts with just getting up, getting out of the bed in a decent amount of time to kind of full on meditate. And meditate to me means just taking a moment, unplugging, no electronics or TV, social media, and just kind of sitting with myself for a little bit and just kind of getting my mind prepared for the day that's ahead of me, no matter what that is, whether I'm going to work or just have some errands to run. I like to take some time to just kind of just be. And that's the thing. I remember the first time I heard someone say to me, just be a human being. And it didn't really make much sense to me because I have been a human doing for so long, and there's always something to do, and you got a list of things that are important to do, and you want to stay focused on those things and cross those things off the list. Well, now, I'm at a point in my life where I understand and appreciate what that means more, to just kind of take a moment and regroup and kind of remind myself that just because I exist, I am enough. I'm enough for whatever comes my way in the next moments and throughout my day. I'm enough for whatever project that I'm doing. I'm enough for answering questions. Even if I don't know the answer, I'm enough to say, hey, I don't really have that answer right now, but I'm going to look into it and see what I can do. And I think what I have learned it does for me is it helps to refine my focus. What does that mean? Well, it helps me to kind of get the clutter out of the way of my goals, kind of get those things off my list that are not the priority. So focus is my help when I'm down. It's the focus to my goal. Like, my goal is to impact lives in a positive way. And I think anytime that I'm able to reach someone, and even if words are not exchanged, if I am able to meet someone with a smile or just a look of concern or just a touch on a shoulder or a hand, or I believe that exchanges energy. And for me, if my energy has been started with a morning that is not rushed, a morning that has been a subtle calming before I walked out my door, I believe that I'm able to transfer some positive somewhere else, some positive from me to someone else. It's so important to remain focused on whatever goal that is set for me. There's so many devastating things that are going on, including the tragedy that have just happened in the last few days, and it can be such a heavy load, because those of us who believe in finding a solution and being a part of the solution, it becomes super frustrating when it seems like things are done, and lives are taken, and there's absolutely nothing we believe that we can do in that moment, but kind of embrace the families. But being that my goal is to impact lives, a part of that means that as a citizen, as a human being, that I strive to find ways to do better, to get better, to drive results that are positive for all mankind. I believe that is so essential to us. Sharing love is essential for us to take a moment, and with every decision that is made, to think about every human being with compassion first. Compassion before judgment. That's one of the things that I remind myself, even when I get caught up sometimes in wanting to respond in anger. What I really strive to do is to remind myself compassion before judgment. Compassion before judgment. And in that, what it does is it softens my angst to want to react. It helps to remind me to be more proactive as opposed to reacting to something, because a lot of times when I respond to a thing that has been done and I don't approve of it, the initial response is often anger. And not that anger is a bad thing. It's absolutely appropriate in some situations, I believe. I believe each emotion has its purpose. But for me, I strive to be solution driven. So I do my best to find out what is the solution. What can I do to be a part of the solution, first for my own personal goals, and then outside, different community things, local things, and then of course at the higher levels of government. I believe it is me. It is my right. It is also my privilege to be among those who strive to protect those who don't have a voice or the ability to look out for themselves. So, getting back to focus, it's always, for me, is going to be the compassion before judgment. And when I say that, I mean that not just for the outside person, but for myself, because I've spent many years on the judging side, and being very critical of different things that I do, no matter what the situation, whether it's a major decision I'm making in my life or just a minor thing like what am I going to eat for lunch or something like that. So just thinking a little bit about taking a moment to refocus my focus has helped me, really accomplish lots of personal goals. So since it has worked for me in the past to take these moments before I begin my day, and to get a little time to meditate, and to think about the love that I want to express to others, starting with myself first and then out. I wanted to just stop in and just share that there is absolutely nothing, in my opinion, greater than having the ability to take care of yourself. There's power in taking a moment and just loving on who you are, just the way you are. I want to work on that throughout my life for myself, to just remember who I am, remember that my life serves a purpose, remember that I am not here as an afterthought, and that as I continue to work on what is important for me, that will in turn allow someone else to just kind of remember what's important for them. And it's not some major thing, but then again, it is, because I kind of think of the little things sometimes are the larger things. But getting back to focus, that is the topic, the the message that I share today about focusing. I believe that when we focus on what is necessary, what is important, what is impactful, it 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 can literally change lives, starting with individual. So I'd like to encourage you to take a moment for yourself and focus on what is important for you, and face the day with all the power that you already have. And remember, shine your life now.